I'm glad that I can introduce our school, the Graduate School of Information Science and Technology. So my name is Betty Wutzel. I'm currently a specially appointed assistant professor at the IST. And that's my email address. So if you have any questions about the program or our school, you can email me and I try to be as responsive as possible. Okay. So let me get started. We heard already we have different campuses at Osaka University. IST is located in the biggest, in the Suita campus. We have 3 main buildings, and they are like shaped like a V. You can see here in the cafeteria in the middle. Those pictures are from the outside, and the one in the bottom shows some students in the common space sitting together, maybe doing some coursework, maybe just chatting, but it's just an area where students can come together. Then I hope you listened to the introduction. So IST is just a graduate school, so we don't have any undergraduate program. I just want to point that out. So you cannot have a bachelor education at our school, but we offer master as well as doctor program. For the master as well as for the doctor, we have 7 majors you can participate. So the first is pure and applied math that deals with application of mathematical concepts. And then we have information and physical sciences, which uses mathematical approaches to deal with problems. The section of computer science is basically everything that is considered with the term software. Information systems engineering, on the other hand, works with systems or hardware in general. Information networks is the part where I belong. We deal mainly, not exclusively, but mainly with everything that's to do with the internet. Then multimedia engineering focuses on multimedia content, and the last one, bioinformatic engineering, gets bio and informatic together. So we are also very active within Osaka University, but we also try to have international exchange, and we have a lot of academia, industry, and also government collaborations running in our school. Okay, so here's a quick overview so that you get an idea how big our school is. As mentioned, there's no undergrad program. So we have the master course and then we have the doctor course. These numbers are from May 2021. So the master course this year were a little over 330 students, and the doctor course were exactly 130, and the number in the brackets is the international students. So you can see this year our school had around 80 international students. Here a number of the staff. So we have, of course, academic staff, but also general staff, again listed for the different majors, and the administration office, which we of course need as well. And in total in this year we had a little over 200 staff members. Okay, so now that you know where the school is and what you can do, I want to give you a little bit of an idea what's the research that's been done in our school. So at the first, the mathematical departments, a big deal there is 4-dimensional topologies. So the picture on the upper right side shows exotic 4-manifolds. So 4-manifold is a subcategory of a 4-dimensional topology, and there's research done on this exotic manifolds, as you can see here. Another topic that's of interest in our school is the so-called soft error. So a system can have an error just by a cosmic ray, and there's research done on the mitigation for a safe and secure society, which of course is the goal. The last picture in the bottom right depicts autonomous distributed systems adapting to a dynamic network environment. So that means basically that's sensors that wander around. So they are not stable, they are stable but not stationary, but moving around. So that's a picture of that. Here, the upper one, you can see collaboration, which was done with medical institutions to develop a surgical training system. When you go into surgery as a new surgeon, there's a high advantage if you can practice beforehand. But instead of on patients, this is all done virtually, so the new or also experienced surgeons can practice and improve their performance and get more confident before performing on the real patient. The next one is a seminar in interactive production engineering that's regularly held at our school. And in this seminar, students are encouraged to, of course, use what they learn in the school and develop everything from the first idea to the end product. The last picture, I hope it's identifiable to everyone. It's from the section of bionavigation. It's a bird. Here is the face of the bird. And here on the back, you can see a sensor. So there's a sensor attached to the bird. It's very light, so it should not really disturb the bird. And when the bird is flying around, the sensor is monitoring where it goes, how far it goes, how fast it goes, and so on. And this can later be analyzed. Okay. There's also work done on information-centric networking, which is currently dealt as a sort of future candidate for internet architecture. Another topic is the optimization models for energy management. So that's when you, for example, live in a summer in Osaka, it will be very hot, so you want to use air conditioner. And there is always money involved because air conditioner, it consumes energy, and everything should be as optimal as possible to use as less energy as possible, and also to optimize the money spent and everything. And it's the optimization model is not also straightforward because there's a lot of dynamics that go into such a model. The last part I quickly want to mention is an automating parallel program. This program was generated for large-scale biophysical simulations. So these biophysical simulations are usually run on very strong, large computers, but to use those programs, so these devices, you have to be very good at parallel programming to really be able to take advantage of that, which not everybody is. So there was an automatic parallel program developed that makes it easier for not so advanced people to just put the program in, it's automatically parallel so that it can run faster and more effectively. Okay, so this was not all that's done in the school, but just that you can have an idea how diverse we are working and which different fields are definitely covered. Okay. Now I want to introduce the Information Technology Special Course in English, the ITSCE. It's a master and a doctor course. Again, we don't have any undergrads, but you can do this for the master and the doctor. And this course is everything in English. Otherwise, you can enroll as a regular student, but then you have to take the courses in Japanese. Okay, but it's not the case for this course. So let me introduce the course. First, the curriculum. So the course itself has coursework, and coursework in the sense of you have to take lectures, basic and advanced ones, depending on the level you are studying, and you will also participate in some seminars. I myself hold a lecture where I request students to give scientific presentations, where they have to introduce their research and present it in the style they would have to do it at an international conference where a lot of students, especially PhD students, have to go and present it. And of course, next to this coursework where you go and take classes, you will have to perform some research. And this research, of course, will be in one of our labs. And you will, of course, be supervised, but you will have to conduct your own research. So this program is for the masters as well as for the PhD. The master's is 2 years, the PhD is 3 years, but you can do it like in one row. So go from the master's to the PhD, then you would stay 5 years in our school. For the master's degree, if you're enrolled in that, you have to earn 30 credits in 2 years for the lectures, and the rest of the time you have for your research. And for the PhD, which usually is more concentrated around research, you just have to earn 4 credits in the 3 years. So quickly, the main steps. So the first and most important part I want to emphasize is you have to show your initiative and apply to a prospective supervisor. So you cannot apply for this system or this program if you could not find any supervisor. We can help and assist you in contacting your professor, but you have to go through the list. So I put the link here. So we really need you to go through it and narrow it down to which department, which major, which lab you want to go, and have a rough idea of what you want to study. What you cannot do is write me an email and say, I want to participate, organize everything for me. So we really want to make sure that you are really interested in research done in our school. So please email a prospective supervisor yourself and wait for the acceptance from this possible supervisor. After finding the supervisor, there is a pre-application screening. Then there is, of course, the application, the examination, and the announcement. Okay, so let me go to the admission. For the masters, we will mainly focus on the documents you submitted, as well as the interview. And for the PhD, you have to additionally send the master's thesis. The interview can be conducted online, which is done most of the time. You have also the possibility to do it in the overseas centers, but there's not so many of those. So most of the time it's done online because it's basically just easier to do it for everyone involved. I also want to point out that initially there's no requirements to take an exam to participate in this program. However, some supervisors want some students to undergo this an examination to see the level of their undergrad studies and what they already know and what they don't know already. So officially, it's not a requirement, but some departments want you to do that. So that totally depends on the supervisor. As mentioned before, that's crucial for the program. If a supervisor says you're a good candidate, I accept you, you can apply. But also he or she can ask you to do some test or whatever this person seems necessary in your case. Okay, so the documents for the pre-application screening, so this are the documents you have to prepare, is first of all a CV. Of course, we want to know who you are and where you're from. An essay, the essay usually includes like, why do you want to come to Osaka University, or especially to our school? Why do you want to choose this specific major or this area of research? And why this lab? So sort of motivation letter, you could call it. And then we need an academic transcript that proves that you are indeed that you earned a bachelor's degree, so that you can go to a master's program, or if you're applying for the PhD position, that you already conducted some master's program. The next one is we need some English certificate. So these are the 3 we accept. Unfortunately, we don't accept any other scores. So even if you have a high score in another English testing certificate, we cannot accept those. However, when you did your undergraduate studies at a university where the main language is English, for example, in the UK or any other country, we might waive this requirement. And last but not least, we will ask for some letters of recommendation. Okay, so this was the main program I wanted to introduce. And now I quickly want to touch on short-term programs. So those programs I'm going to introduce now are not for graduating. but maybe if you want to get to know Osaka University and you're not decided yet if you want to fully enroll, maybe you can try out a short-term program beforehand and see our school and see how the research is going, and then apply for the program. So the first one is the Frontier Lab Mini. During this program, you will just do research, so you will not do any lectures, and you will basically be assigned to a research group and do some research there. And the duration is between 2 and 12 weeks. So credits are available for each period of stay. If you want to stay longer, there's also another system that's called just the Frontier Lab without the Mini, but that's on a university level, but the Frontier Lab Mini is organized by the school itself. So the requirements for participating is, first of all, that you have already completed at least 1 year of study at a university. And the second one is you have to be from a university that has a mutual student exchange agreement with our school. Not all universities, of course, do have that, but if you are from one of these universities and you're interested in IST and you are not 100% sure, maybe you can do this Frontier Lab Mini as part of your undergraduate program, that you can get to know a supervisor and then apply for the master's or PhD program. Another program we are currently establishing, we are not establishing the program, but our school starts participating in the program, is the Osaka University International Certificate Program, OUICP. We are currently not offering this program, but we are going to do that soon. So here is the link. There are different programs already available, not on our school. So the duration can be between 9 and 10 months. So usually, but it's already interactive. So it's hybrid educational program. There will be some online as well as some study abroad courses, in the sense of study abroad that you would come to Osaka University. And also for this program, you will not get a degree, but you get a certificate when you successfully complete it. And this specific field, as mentioned, there's different fields, and we are going to develop one for IST soon. Okay, so I'm already at the end of my presentation. I just want to give you the links if you want some more information. So the first one is the link to the homepage of IST, the English version. You will find all the information there about the professors. As I mentioned, there's a list of professors. This website will be updated very soon. So in this year, we will have a new one, but it should have the same link. But just if you cannot access it in a few days, please try again in a little longer, because as I said, we will be updating this one. And if you have questions generally about our schools, so IST, you can email to this email address. And here's a link more specifically about the ITSCE, also the English program. And here's the email address if you have specific questions about this English program. Okay, so that's from my side for the presentation. And I'm happy to answer any questions now if there are some questions about IST.
So hello, everyone. Thank you for all joining us today for the guidance session. I'm Professor Take Hori, an advisor for international students at the Graduate School of Frontier Biosciences, or simply called FBS. So today, I would like to provide an overview of our graduate school admission processes and the support of international students after the enrollment. So wait. Okay, towards the end, we will have a question and answer session where I will have to do my best to address any questions so you have. So let's begin with the presentation. So our graduate school has 3 major features. The first feature is the fusion of different fields. FBS was originally established with a collaboration of the Institute for the Molecular and Cellular and the full graduate school of medicine, engineering science, science, and engineering. So as you see, FBS now comprises the 83 laboratories. That's too much. The other FBS outstanding scientists are working towards clarifying the function of life. The second feature of this institute is the extensive research field. As mentioned earlier, so we have brilliant researchers from the diverse specialists. Since the research field span a wide range, as you can see, it encompasses not only the biosciences and medical, but also the engineering, physics, information sciences, and more. We are actively pursuing the exploration of the potential of life from the various angles. The third feature is a wide range of research subjects. It encompasses various scales ranging from the molecule to the organism, molecules, organelle, a cell and tissue, and entire organism, spanning from the macro to the micro, from the micro to the macro. So our research targets are also very diverse, ranging from the prokaryote to the humans. So next, I will talk about the curriculum. In our graduate school, we offer the comprehensive 5 years educational programs. Transfer to here, there are 3 years also possible. During the first 2 years, students are required to complete lecture course, and almost all core subjects are offered in both Japanese and English. This means that FBS, it is possible to earn a doctoral degree entirely in English. During the first and second years, students can earn the necessary credit and pass the interim exam to obtain the Master of Science degrees. So subsequently, between the third and fifth years, students can acquire the required credit, and upon approval for their supervisors apply for doctoral degrees. Specific requirements beyond the credit and supervisor's approval are determined by each supervisor's. Successful defense result in the award of the Doctor of Philosophy degrees. So before starting to talk about the admission process, I would like to quickly introduce the career path after the completion. Expertise and experience cultivated at the FBS create the kind of deep thinking and analytical skill. They can be easily applied to academia and other fields, such as in the industry and the government. Some of you may be thinking about finding a job in Japan after completion of the program. Osaka University offers seminars introducing the unique Japanese job hunting processes or job hunting consultation service for international students. So now I would like to provide the information about the admission processes. There are two important points in the application processes. The first, it is essential to obtain informal acceptance from the desired supervisors. Please do not contact the faculty member directly, but through the admission assistant desk system. This one. For more information about the system, please search for the Osaka University AAD. The applicants must also meet the English language preference test score criteria in order to apply. Please take the TOEFL, IBT, TOEIC, and TOEIC listening and reading test, or IELTS to meet the score listed here. Yet, so please note that only tests taken with the period specified in the application guideline are valid. For more information, please check the application guideline on our website. So I have told you that it is essential to get an informal acceptance from your desired supervisors, but first, you have to choose a lab, right? The list of the laboratory on our website will help you. So you can access the list of the QR code on the side. As you can see, the list includes faculty member name, laboratory name, and keyword. And please check the keyword, and if you find a word that interests you, please take a look at each laboratory's homepage. If you click the name of my laboratory, Take Hori, you will see a page like this. So on these pages, you can see the overview of the research of my lab. So in addition, you can obtain useful information for choosing the labs, such as Q&A, so ideal candidate, and so on. So furthermore, checking the external site of the laboratory at the bottom, this one, you can jump to the website of each laboratory. So please take a look at the website of the laboratory you are interested in. You will get more useful information. So there is a point to note when choosing a laboratory. Some labs are able to accept, some labs are not able to accept students. What are showing you now, the list of laboratory that you can accept students. It is on the application guideline. Be sure to select your desired supervisor from this list only. Please note that some faculty members on the list have an asterisk next to their name, this one. This means these faculty members will retire or terminated their employment within 5 years of administration. Please be sure to check directly with a faculty member to see if you will be able to continue receiving supervision during your enrollment. So now that you have chosen a laboratory, received informal acceptance, and prepared your English score, it is time to apply. When applying, please read the application guideline carefully and prepare all of the necessary documents. You can refer to the application guideline via QR code. First, here the required document for those who will enroll in 5 years PhD program. A transcript and 3 certificates must be submitted in original. Please contact your home university as soon as possible and to have a certificate ready. Since there are many questions about the fourth item for copy of handout of visual items, I will explain it in a little more detail on the next slide. Here is an example of handout of visual aid. On a sheet of A4 page, A4 paper, on side, please paste several figures like this. Figures, photograph, and so on, that would like to use at the oral examination. You may write the title and under each images. However, you may not write any explanation and explanatory text. There is no limit to number of the image you can paste or the size of the font. However, since this paper will be enlarged to A1 size for the oral examination, the images are going to be large. Please take this into the consideration when deciding the number of the images and the font size. Also, please provide margin of the at least 2 centimeters on the top, bottom, left, and right side. In addition, this sheet must be printed in black and white, just like this. So next, the required document for those who wish to transfer to the third years. You must submit original transcript and 2 certificates. Please contact your home university as soon as possible and have your certificate ready. This 7th item, so master's thesis, and the abstract will be explained on the next slide, since there are many questions about it. There are a total of 5 submission options. First, the master's thesis is completed. So please submit the master's thesis and the abstract. The second, if the thesis is written in a language other than Japanese or English, please and provide a summary in English in addition to this above, the summary of in English. So third, if the master's thesis is not completed, please submit the summary and the abstract of this thesis, The fourth, if you have a paper that is equivalent to the master's thesis, please submit that paper and abstract. So finally, if you do not have any papers, please submit a description of the research you wish to pursue at the FBS. So next, I will explain the selection process for the admission. The selection of the applicant is based on the application document, English scores, and oral examination. The oral examination contains a 7-minute presentation and a 30-minute question and answer session, totaling the 20-minute interview. The applicant to the 5 years PhD program will make a presentation while looking at the A1 size poster that's a visual aid. The presentation will be about your graduation research and the research you would like to perform after enrolling in FBS. Those who transfer to the third years will bring in their own PC and present their PowerPoint on the screen. The presentation should be about your master's thesis, equivalent paper, or the research you would like to perform after the enrolling in FBS. In other cases, explain in your own words and purpose of the research, its importance, the experimental method, and its in principle, its potential applicants, and the social significance. So here is the administration schedule for the academic year 2023. The schedule for the academic year 2024 has not yet been announced, but the schedule will be roughly same this year. The venue is the Osaka University Suita campus, but if you live overseas and cannot come to the venue, you can take the exam by online. So now, let's talk about the support of international students after enrollment. What you may be the most concerning about the financial support? So Osaka University has a full offer of variety of programs, but today, so I would like to explain the above 2 programs specific to the FBS. the first, I would like to talk about the tuition fee exemption for the international honors student. It is a program that you can apply for same time as your application for the administration. So to apply, an easy must be submitted at the time of the application. The candidate will be selected from the privately funded international student who pass the entrance examination and the excellent academic standing. If selected through the selection process at the FBS, tuition will be exempted. For details, please see the application guideline. The second is the FBS fellowship. This is available only the third-year students who are in core laboratory. If you apply for tuition exemption and denied or received or half exception, the fellowship will be compensated you for the remaining tuition amount. Other detailed requirement will be provided after the enrollment. After studying for a new life, you may struggle to adjust yourself to new environment. As you see, several consultation services are available on campus. I would like to explain the above two systems specific to the FES. If you have a concern that you do not feel comfortable discussing with your supervisor, you can consult with your sub-supervisors. The sub-supervisor is faculty member at FBS who is assigned to you in addition to your supervisor after enrollment. FBS has its own consulting service, and I'm the one of the consultants. So you can consult with me if you have any concern after enrollment. So after enrollment, you have a hard time adjusting to the new environment for a while. Those who come to Japan for the first time may feel even more. However, to ensure the newly enrolled international students do not feel alone, we offer the event. We hold two welcome party and two bus trip each year. The reason for this is that we want to provide the student with the opportunity to make a friend, and by having a multiple event during the early days of their enrollment. As mentioned earlier, there are many laboratories at FBS, so this is a good opportunity to interact with people from different laboratories. So you may be able to share your feeling and the other international students there. In addition to not only the international student, but also Japanese students participate in this event. So if you want to study Japanese or want to make the Japanese friend, this is a perfect opportunity. So you can see the past event from the QR code, so please check. Finally, if you are a person who enjoys studying new and challenging academic field, so want to learn a wide range of knowledge and skills, and ready to immerse yourself in research, so join us. The fun and exciting research is waiting for you. And thank you very much for the listening. We will have a Q&A session, but if you have further questions after the guidance, please contact from this QR code. Thank you for your attention.
This is our program, International Priority Graduate Program on Applied and Engineering Physics. So there, we belong to engineering school, and the graduate school of engineering is rooted as an Osaka Technology School founded in 1896. And this is an old picture of Osaka Technology School. And when Osaka University was founded, it became a school of engineering. And this is the president of Professor Nagaoka. He is a famous physicist. And in 1950, the first digital computer in Japan was fabricated in our school, graduate school of engineering. So this is an old picture of first digital computer in Japan. So first digital computer in the world was fabricated in 1946 in the United States. And 4 years later, the first digital computer in Japan was fabricated at Osaka University, our school of engineering. And this is an old picture of first digital computer in Japan. At that time, thousands of vacuum tubes were used to build computers. So Osaka University is strong in physics and also computer sciences. And under graduate school of engineering, there are 9 divisions of biotechnology, divisions of applied chemistry, division of precision engineering and applied physics, and the division of mechanical engineering, division of materials and manufacturing science, and the division of electrical, electronic and info communications engineering, and the division of sustainable energy and environmental engineering, and the division of global architecture and the department of management of industry and technology. And our program belongs to the division of precision engineering and applied physics. So this is our program, International Priority Graduate Program on Applied and Engineering Physics. So please visit our website. So our program focuses on manufacturing technology and nanotechnology and photon technology and biomedical engineering. So we investigate these subjects. So, and our program provides 5 years master's and doctoral degree program, and also 3 years doctoral degree program. And we also conduct a double degree program for PhD degree with several universities like Institute Technology Bandung in Indonesia, Vietnam Academy of Science and Technology in Vietnam, De La Salle University in Philippines, and the University Sains Malaysia and the University Kebangsaan Malaysia. And also we plan to establish a double degree program for master degree with Institute Technology Bandung next year. And also we accept short-term exchange students with Osaka University International Certificate Program, OUICP, and we provide a program named Introduction to Computational Materials Design. And I'd like to explain a little bit more about our double degree program for PhD degree. So double degree program for doctoral degree is 4 years in total. And the first year is in students' home university, for example, ITB, as shown here. So for the first year, students study in their home university. Then they come to Osaka in the second year and study in the second year and the third year. Then they go back to their home university again, and they write their thesis, complete their thesis work, and submit the thesis to both universities. And if student succeed in defending their thesis, then they can get PhD degrees from both their home university and Osaka University. This is a double degree program for doctoral degree. And this figure shows the time schedule of double degree program for master's degree. For master's degree, the double degree program is for 2 years in total. And the first semester, students study in their home university. And then they come to Osaka University for about 1 year. Then they go back to their home university and they complete their master thesis. Then if they succeed in defending their master thesis, then they can get master degree from both universities. And also these double degree programs are conducted on the ASEAN campus program for application period is approaching. So to enroll in April next year or October next year for privately financed student, the application period is from October 23rd to November 10th for master's program. And for doctoral program, October 23rd to October 27th. This is for privately financed student. And we have also some slots for Japanese government scholarship. So our program have some slots specially allocated for our program from Japanese government scholarship. To apply this scholarship, the application period is from November 14th to November 30 for master program. So we can accept 2 students, and the student can get mixed scholarship if your application is you are selected as a mixed government scholarship student. But even if you are not selected as a mixed scholarship student, you may be eligible for tuition waiver as a privately financed student if you are recognized as an outstanding student. So students who wish to apply for this tuition waiver must apply both for the mixed scholarship program and in addition, separately for privately financed students. So I recommend the student to apply both privately financed and mixed scholarship student. Then if your score is very high, then you will be accepted as a mixed scholarship student. But even you are not selected as mixed scholarship student, you may be eligible for tuition waiver as a privately financed student. So I recommend the student to apply both period for master program students. But to apply for these programs, please contact prospective academic supervisor before you apply. So you need to find your prospective academic supervisor before you apply. So you have to contact the prospective academic supervisor and please discuss the subject you will study after entering Osaka University. So there are some financial support for students in our program. So first one is the Japanese government scholarship. So then this scholarship covers living cost and the flight tickets and tuition fee exemption. And in our program, we can accept 2 students in master program. So please consider applying for this program. And for privately financed students, they can get scholarship from Graduate School of Engineering, Osaka University. This is for doctoral students. And the amount is about $500,000 yen per year. And also, there are research assistantship positions. But it is these research assistantship is provided by individual supervisors. So you have to ask your prospective supervisor. So therefore, it is very important to find your prospective supervisor. So I would like to introduce research groups in our program. There are 2 courses. First one is a precision engineering course, and the second one is applied physics course. And the first one, under precision engineering course, there are 8 groups. And in the second group, the applied physics course, there are 12 groups. And so first I will introduce precision engineering course. There are 8 groups. So first group is functional materials lab. This group uses special technique named atmospheric pressure plasma technology. And by using this technique, they fabricate efficient materials for solar cells or mass storage devices or thin film transistors or liquid crystal display or organic light emitting diodes or flexible electronics. So by using this special atmospheric pressure plasma technology, they can fabricate functionalized materials for example, solar cells or flexible electronics devices. This is a functional materials lab. Second group is a nano surface and interface engineering area. And this group investigate semiconductor surface science. Now, semiconductor is indispensable for our society. And Professor Arima's group investigate the structures of semiconductor surfaces in atomic scale. And so they investigate atomic scale analysis of surface creation processes and the formation and application of nanomaterials at solid-liquid interfaces and the manufacturing processes led by simulations on quantum physics. So they investigate they observe the semiconductor surfaces in atomic scale, and they try to improve the fabrication processes of semiconductor devices. The third group is a quantum measurement and instrumentation lab led by Professor Ogi. And they study mechanical properties of nanomaterials and protein dynamics with originally developed phonon measurement. So the application is very wide range. For example, biosensors, so ultra high sensitive wireless electrodeless quartz crystal microbalance biosensors, and elastic constant study, mode identified resonant ultrasound spectroscopy, and nanomechanics, and non-destructive evaluation. So they have very special technique to measure the nanoscale, the mechanical properties of nanoscale materials using ultrasonic spectroscopy. And the application is, for example, they can make very high sensitive sensor for detecting the Alzheimer disease. The next group is the ultra precision machining area led by Professor Yamauchi. And they can fabricate very precise X-ray mirrors. So their X-ray mirrors are most precise in the world. Therefore, their X-ray mirrors are used in synchrotron facilities or X-ray free laser facilities in the world, like Stanford, SLAC, or Max Lab in Sweden, or Bessie in Germany, or Spring 8 in Japan. So they can fabricate very precise X-ray mirror, and this is very important to make to focus X-ray beams from synchrotron radiation, and their mirrors are used in synchrotron facilities in the world. And the computational physics area is my group, and we do quantum simulations on surfaces and interfaces for energy conversion. So we especially we investigate heterogeneous catalysts like this. So we use quantum simulation technique and also information science technique, so machine learning techniques, to investigate and improve the catalytic reaction. So now we are investigating carbon dioxide hydrogenation. So carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, and it is desired to convert carbon dioxide to more useful fuels like methanol. And we are investigating the design of new efficient catalyst for methanol synthesis from quantum simulations. And also electrochemical reactions. We investigate the electrochemical reactions using quantum simulations and machine learning techniques. And this is important for fuel cell and battery technologies. And also we investigate semiconductor surfaces to fabricate the atomically flat surfaces using catalyst etching techniques. So so our main technique is quantum simulation and machine learning technique, and try to design more efficient materials. So next group is applied surface science area, and he is an expert. Professor Watanabe is an expert of the semiconductor devices, and they try to develop the next generation energy saving electronic devices like power devices and wide bandgap semiconductor power devices, and germanium-based nanoelectronic and optoelectronic devices. So in his laboratory, you can investigate, you can develop cutting-edge semiconductor devices. So pioneering contribution to next generation devices based on service and interface science. And next group is nano manufacturing science area led by Professor Yamamura. And they try to develop nano and sub-nano precision manufacturing processes. They developed special techniques like plasma nano manufacturing processes, electrochemical nano manufacturing processes, and surface functionalization processes. And by using these techniques, they can fabricate very precise functionalized devices. Now, these are precision engineering group, precision engineering course. There are 8 groups. And next, I will introduce applied physics course. So there are 12 groups, but I only introduce some limited group. This group, nanospectroscopy area, led by Professor Varma, they analyze molecules through spectroscopy at a nanoscale. So they use Raman spectroscopy, near-field spectroscopy, and plasmonics technologies to observe two-dimensional materials like graphene or molybdenite disulfide or carbon nanotubes. Next is the photonic information technology led by Professor Konishi, and they investigate photonic signal processing based on ultra-fast physical phenomena for ICT and IoT. And they develop ultra-fast phenomena. They observe ultra-fast phenomena in light and material interaction, and also silicon photonics for integration and functionality, and the photonic analog to digital conversion and its back end. So this is the photonic information technology area. So, and next group is the surface nanophysics area led by Professor Sakamoto. And they investigate the electronic properties of quantum matters, like atomic layer materials or topological quantum matters or organic crystals. And they explore exotic physical phenomena using photoelectron spectroscopy. So they use synchrotron radiation to investigate the exotic electronic structure of surfaces, semiconductor surfaces or organic crystal surfaces. And next group is the nanoelectronics area led by Professor Takahara, plasmonics and materials science. And so they use plasmonics. And the plasmonics is for perfect absorber and thermal radiation control. And the metamaterial is for hyperbolic metamaterial, and the metasurface for silicon metasurface and structural colors. So they investigate nanophotonics by metal and or dielectric for manipulating light. And next group is the Fujita group, nanophotonics group. They use Raman spectroscopy to observe the biological materials like cells, biological cells. So they can clarify the structures of biological cells and functions of biological cells by using their special Raman spectroscopy techniques. So these are applied physics course. And so in more detail, please visit our web page and contact the prospective supervisor. Thank you for your attention.